This is the final segment of our program today, and we are happy to be speaking with these two young people and Mr. Munroe. We have Amy Davis and Delano and you can tell they are very happy to be involved in the Youth Empowerment Program. How do you get involved? I mean, let's say young people are watching this this evening and they want to get involved.
You know, Mr. Jones, we had to close our registration early this year. When we saw that our numbers were hitting like 1,200, some of our centers have up to 230-something students in one center. So we had to make a decision to cut registration. So I will say to persons who are interested in the program that for this program year, we only have 7 weeks left in this curriculum. So it will be rather late now to try to join, but definitely if you're interested, we have 2 ways you can do it. We are online at www.ypbahamas.org that you can go on, download the application, and send your application straight to your guidance counselor. Or you can visit your guidance counselor's department and pick up an application form. It's a small registration fee that covers your membership ID that allows you to get into YP events and functions. And we normally do a recruitment drive in the mall at Marathon. So you can stop by during the first week in September and you can register your child. And again, we have no grade point average. We go from grade 9 through grade 12. And we don't discriminate against anybody. So whether you're from private, public school, everyone is welcome for the program.
Let me ask you, if you find a student misbehaving, and in every group you would have some oddballs, eh?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If you find they're misbehaving, you put them out?
You know, it's ironic, Mr. Jones, that our students are threatened that if they don't behave in school or they don't behave in YP, they'll get put out of the program. And because they don't want to get put out of the program, we have well-behaved students. But if we have to discipline a student, we do it in conjunction with the guidance department, who are our partners in the program. And most of the time, it just calls for counseling, some sitting down, talking, understanding what the problem is, what the issue is. And most of the time, we can solve those problems right within the organization from a mentorship level at a district level before it gets to that point.
Amy Davis, I've heard about fights in some of the high schools, even among girls. They fight. How do you deal with that as the president of the student body of the Youth Empowerment Program? How do you deal with that when you hear fights at these various high schools? I'm sure there's none in Bahamas Academy,
no,
right?
Sir, no, sir.
No, sir. All right. What do you say, and how do you deal with your peers who do not know how to resolve conflicts?
Well, basically, in the student association and with the other districts, I would go to them and ask them first, what's the problem? If I can't, help them or tell them, gotta calm down, I will go to my mentor, one of our directors or someone who is nearby, an adult, to help me with the situation because I'm only a student. I can't, solve every problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you get upset when you hear young ladies fighting. And somebody told me that some young girls were fighting along the street, walking home from one of the high schools. I thought that was poor.
It is poor because people do not communicate. They just think that fighting is always on, so it's not. It makes the problem very much, worse. Nothing comes out of fighting. People think that fighting gives you clout. It does not. It gives you a bad image, and some people look down on you because of it. Some people who who record the videos, they're to be blamed too because you are embarrassing them. I understand they made a bad decision, but it's not your place to post it on social media or talk about it because everyone makes mistakes, and it's not your place as any person, whether it's an adult or a student or just someone just walking past. It's not your place to shame a person and embarrass them by posting it on social media.
And Mark8th talk about the importance of self-respect for young boys, young men.
For me,
because you can't respect other people unless you respect yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For me, I feel from self-respect, I feel you should start off with your appearance. You shouldn't have your pants hang down. You should have a belt on if it's too big. You shouldn't have too big of a clothes. It should be your size. Also, you should be nicely groomed, and your hygiene should be good. If you want to start off with self-respect, also you have to watch the way you talk. You can't talk to a lady the way you talk to your friend, your male friends, because you have to be gentle with them. You have to be calm, and also the adults. You must be respectful, mannerly, and you can't get upset for small things just because something doesn't go your way. Because nothing in life, even the stuff which you lay out, will never go as planned. Everything's just about to happen because you can't get 1 second back.
I wish a whole lot of young men listening to you and listen to exactly what you said. I know some young fellas who they are in their 20s, man, and you should see the way they wear their pants. They believe that they should be showing their underwear.
No, sir. No, sir.
Now, what do you say to fellas who do that? Do you tell them to pull up?
Me personally,
Yes.
I try not to get
in
involved
conflict,
or into any argument with anybody. But if I know the person or I know that I could just go and tell the person about it, I'll just tell them to pull up their pants. If they didn't know, it actually makes you look better, and it gives you a different look. Like my school, when we have quality students producing quality, we have a competition coming up for near 50 Shades of Quality. And
50 Shades of Quality.
Yes, sir. And basically it's just you about presenting yourself properly, about the same question you ask. So I think that everybody should just try and understand, not wear your clothes big and hang down. Try keep it up, because cleanliness is next to godliness, and the way you dress could show you the way if you clean or if you dirty and where you come from. For me at least.
Yes, yes. You know, social media is extremely powerful. Is the Youth Empowerment Program really using social media to reach young people?
Well, I'll answer and I'll let them
Yes.
just confirm. For us, social media is the most powerful tool. As a matter of fact, when we first started the organization, we started it off with just one Facebook post. And from that one Facebook post, the program went viral. So everything that we do in the organization is through the means of social media to this day. Our website is extremely busy. Our Facebook pages, our Twitter pages and accounts. We have a dedicated PR and media team that works with the Youth Empowerment Program. We have an active app for young people. Young people today, if you tell them to go on their phone, you'll be able to send them reminders of events and location and changes of meetings. So everything goes straight to their phone as a notification. So we are up to date with technology. As a matter of fact, we're the only youth organization that has an active app on mobile phones right now for both Android and Apple.
I see. And so all of these events that you're doing, they're going to be on your Facebook page?
Facebook page, the parents get notification by app straight to their phone. Whether they want it or not, they get an email automatic as well as a notification to remind them, and the location is pinned to their phone. Yes.
How do you guard against young people, though, who abuse social media? Because social media is good and bad. Yes?
Most definitely. It is good and bad, you know, and I think it comes into to respect when you talk about bullying, and that's something that we don't tolerate. As a matter of fact, I don't think we would have had any instances of bullying in terms of the social media or using the social media inappropriately. As a matter of fact, one of the curriculum items for the Youth Empowerment Program is the proper use and misuse of social media. So we teach our students through a whole 1-week curriculum training on the proper uses of the social media, the goods and the bad. You can go on it, you can use Google to help with your homework and so forth. But the bad part of it, I think Amy mentioned it, someone getting into a fight and you're recording it and you're posting it. You're just as bad as the person's fighting when you share that information. As a matter of fact, we tell them that it's a criminal offense. The people from, I think, a cybercrime unit can come and arrest you for being the person who actually shared that. So we give them the facts about the negatives and the positives of social media. Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure your friends don't abuse social media.
No, sir.
Eh? You hang out with good company, eh?
Yes, sir.
And you do you recruit people for the program?
Yes, my school wasn't, last year, I probably was the only active student at Bahamas Academy in the Youth Empowerment Program. But this year, we have, in my district alone, the Southwest 1 district, we have numerous amount of grade 12 students. In the East District, we have some Bahamas Academy students. In other districts, Bahamas Academy has become involved because they saw last year that I excelled and it was my first year in the Youth Empowerment Program. So they said that if Amy could do it, I could do it too.
Now you've been extolling the virtues and the good things about the Youth Empowerment Program. What would you like to see change? Anything? What would you like, Mr. Munroe, don't mind him being here, introduce for the Youth Empowerment Program?
Well, I would say more activities because I look forward to, the month of March, and I'd like it to be, month of November, month of December, month of January, month of February.
Wow.
That will make him and get your mentors to be very busy, eh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
For me, every year from what I see for YB, there's add-on an activity, even if it isn't in the month of March. They try to add on a new activity. Just the other day we had sports day. It was really nice. We competed against the other groups from different districts. But every year they try to do something new and something different. One step could take you a mile. So
Okay.
one step at a time for us.
Yes.
And
Yeah. So
we
how many
carry.
districts do you have?
It should be 11 inside Nassau, and if you include the Family Islands, it should be 15. No, yes, 15 of us.
15 districts?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You see, McPhee knows your whole program,
He
right?
surely does.
Yes.
Yep, and one of the beautiful things Markfi said is that we allow our young people at the end of the day, they do an evaluation of the program. So we don't just go on the belief that we're doing an excellent job as an organization. So we allow the students to evaluate us, we allow the mentors to evaluate the organization. What recommendations they make, as long as it's practical and it's realistic, we implement it into the next year's calendar. Last year, Delano is a chef. He's a part of the Young Chef competition. He's the current reigning champion of one of those competitions. We have a lot of young people who are into cooking and want to be chefs, so they have access to put a chef competition in. So this year, that is on our calendar where the districts will compete as a team for the best district as a cook-off. So whatever they recommend, we try to as best as possible to put it
Very
in.
good, very good. And as we close, we'd just like to wish you well and to thank Bianca Nygard, who is a part of our program once a week. She, in the Nygard company, brings us wonderful guests, and she is really keen on promoting the Youth Empowerment Program. So thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for coming, yes.
You see, it was very easy to do this program, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm very happy to be speaking with you both, as well as Mr. Munroe, who I've spoken with over the years.
Yes.
And congratulations on a wonderful program, Mr. Munroe.
Thank you so, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, and we wish you well for this 7th annual Youth Empowerment Program. For the month of March, some wonderful activities planned, and we believe that the public will give you support as a result of the fine work that you're doing. Thank you for watching and listening to our program. Good evening.